Hey, what it is, what it do, big boss, I'm coming through, switching lanes, gripping grain, pop truck, I'm riding blue, at the H, I'm jamming screw, what the hell you want to do? No, just playing, big boss, boss dog, can't post to the door, the top, this box, fuck, get my soliloquy, remember tough times, don't last, good people do, don't have yourself, cut them in the fire line, maybe you matter, peak game, 84s on what's Wayne. So, we cluster, you know what we're talking about. Keyshawn Davis, is he avoiding tough fights? Let's talk about it. So, cornerboxingnews24.com, the author says Keyshawn Davis is avoiding a gauntlet. He's just trying to go for the big fights instead of him proving himself and fighting, you know, these young bulls who, you know, are on his level. You know what I mean? And so they named 3 names. They named Andy Cruz, Murtala, and Abdullah Mason, right? They said, hey, why don't you fight them to show that you're that guy, you know, and deserve a tank fight. And, you know, on my channel, I talked about how I liked the Edward De La Santos fight. I still like the fight for him. I think it's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Good, you know, stay busy fight because Edward De La Santos has been inactive, you know? And that's the knock on Keyshawn Davis fighting Edward De La Santos is Edward De La Santos been inactive. So he not going to get the full credit that he deserves. But, you know, some people, if he get in there and step on Edward De La Santos, that's going to make people look at Shakur Stevenson and be like, And I still hold on to the fact that it's going to make Shakur Stevenson look crazy if Keyshawn Davis get in there and stomp Edward De La Santos, like flatline him, body back, and toe tag him. You know, I do still feel that way. But at the same time, I do understand the other side, which is this dude inactive. And you trying to fight him and beat on your chest like you that dude, and you fighting this inactive fighter. You know, the last couple fighters you've been fighting, you know, just to critique them, ain't been top guys. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing what you're supposed to do. You know, honestly, Abdullah Mason has been fighting tougher competition than Keyshawn Davis. But at the same time, I feel like Keyshawn Davis has did what he's supposed to do as a fighter. You get in there with dudes and you step on them. Pause. You step on them. You know, hey, nobody surviving. I'm going to step on you. I'm going to crush you. You know, you get in there with the competition that, you know, you supposed to manhandle and devour, pause, and he doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I'm just looking at it from both perspectives, you know. But in my opinion, I feel like it's a good little stay busy fight. It's kind of dangerous, but, you know, and it's a name. You know, I think it's a name, you know. But I do see the other side, which is like you're not going through the fire. You know, me personally, I feel like Shakur Stevenson need to be that 4th name on that list. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Keyshawn Davis need to fight Shakur Stevenson. I don't care what nobody say. I've been saying that and I'm gonna keep pushing it. They need to fight each other, bro. All this soft stuff, that's my brother. I love him. Like all of that, I don't care, bro. I'm going to push for that. Like, everybody just like, because they talk about their brothers, they don't want to talk about it. No, I would. If Keyshawn Davis, if I got to interview him, I would ask him that. You know, he can roll his eyes, snack his teeth. Hey, bro, when you going to fight him, bro? Man, I told you last time, bro. You keep asking me. I'm going to keep asking you. Y'all both at 135. If that's the case, y'all need to move out of each other. Y'all holding up the division. You know what I'm saying? You got a belt at one. Why are you at 135? I don't give a damn if we cool. Hey, bro, we in the same weight class. We got to fight each other. You're holding up the division, in my opinion. But I digress. I see what the author is saying. Like, look, I would love to see Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz. You know, Andy Cruz beat him a couple times in the amateurs. You know, I think 4 times. You know, 4-0 on that boy. So if I was Keyshawn Davis, that would be one of my first fights. You know, but his kind of, you know, attitude towards Andy Cruz is, oh man, they gonna have to pay me a lot of money to fight him. Why? He's like 4-0. Like, why would they need to pay you a lot of money? See, people start talking about money when, you know, when there's certain fights. I won't say he afraid of Andy Cruz. I would just say that, like, I think he got that doubt in his mind, you know, against Andy Cruz, which he shouldn't. You know, you got way more fights than Andy Cruz. It's the professional game. It's different. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Andy Cruz, oh, they're going to have to pay me a lot of money to fight him. No, bro. That'd be one of the dudes I'll fight right now. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't like his energy when it comes to Andy Cruz. Murtala. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think Keyshawn Davis can beat the brakes off Murtala. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think that's a competitive fight. I think he dominates Murtala. Now, Abdullah Mason, that's a different fight. That's a different type of fight right there. You know, Abdullah Mason, man, he cracking. And he mean. You know, Keyshawn Davis got a mean streak in him too. You know, so that'd be a big fight one day. That'd be a good fight. But Abdullah Mason, to me, is meaner. You know what I mean? Like, he the type, you crack him, pause, he get knocked down, he gonna get back up and try to get it back in blood. And he gonna get it back in blood. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. He mean, bro. And that's why I think that Abdullah Mason, I still hold on to the fact that Abdullah Mason needs a little bit more experience. I would say Keyshawn's a little bit more experienced than him. But I think Abdullah Mason got more fights than him. I think Abdullah Mason is like 18 or 19-0 or something like that. I think he got way more fights than Keyshawn Davis. But Keyshawn Davis got a little bit more exposure and I say a little bit more bigger fights, if I'm not mistaken. But I still think that Abdullah Mason he just meaner, bro. He got that mean streak in him. He different. You know what I'm saying? He different. He ready to crack some heads open. And I just think that stylistically, you know, that's a very tough fight for Keyshawn Davis. But I do think Keyshawn Davis need to go through the gauntlet, bro. He just trying to skip the line and talk his way into a tank fight. And it might work. He might get it. He might get that fight before Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you. You know? That's just what it is. He might get it. It's like, nah, these little youngsters, they know how to talk. And they talk their way into fights now. You know what I'm saying? So Tank may look at him and be like, yeah. But then at the same time, Tank may be like, man, that nigga ain't. What has he done? You know what I'm saying? And we live in this social media era where we all can have an opinion. But it's like, when you really analyze what these dudes are doing, I mean, besides Keyshawn Davis having a belt, what has he done? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. He doing what he's supposed to do. Dudes he's supposed to step on, he's stepping on them. But it's like, what has he done? You know, the same thing with Shakur. Like, what has he done? Yeah, they are champions, but, you know, Shakur fought for a vacant belt. Keyshawn Davis took the belt from somebody. I give him credit for that. But it's like, Dennis Banchuk is what? You know, like, is he really, like, was he really that good, or was it just Keyshawn was that great? I lean towards Dennis Banchuk wasn't really that good. You know what I'm saying? They try to say he weight drained and all that, like, I don't know. But we shall see, man. You know, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Do y'all think that Keyshawn Davis is avoiding the smoke at 135? Let's go.